Hey, what's up guys? Let's go ahead and see what's going on behind the scene of our Uztelecom Replica bot. So here's my GitHub URL for this bot. It's public. You can go ahead and clone this bot and you can go through this instruction and just make this bot for yourself, and just simply playing around this bot you can create your own bot. So first of all, in order to be able to run my bot, I would suggest you to use virtual environment. Create virtual environment, activate that virtual environment and install all the requirement packages. And then here you will see .env example file. You have to rename this file and set your own token for the bot and set other required stuff. For example, I used PostgreSQL for this, so you should go ahead and install PostgreSQL, create the new user and create the database for this. I just called this Uztelecom database name, so you can call it whatever you want, but give the proper name for this. So let me start with introducing the code. First of all, just let me close this apps here right now. First of all, you have to understand what's going on. Here my data package, I will go through each package one by one, but before doing that, I would love to show you to my env file. So just go ahead and create your user in PostgreSQL, then assign some kind of password in it and give new database, create new database there. You can skip this admin ID because I haven't implemented admin side yet, and you can give this URL. This IP you can it's for using how to say Redis, but actually even if I am creating this Redis, but actually in the backend I'm not using Redis right now, but in the future it would be implemented. So make sure that you give some IP for the Redis. This IP should be your local IP. You can just go ahead and type in cmd ipconfig and go ahead and grab this one, IPv4 address, right? So alright, let's go ahead and see what's going on here. No, let's go ahead and see what's going on in database. For in database, actually we use it. I use it Gino. Gino actually comes with SQL Alchemy, so SQL Alchemy makes your life easier. So you can just create some kind of class models, inherit the DB model of SQL Alchemy, and you will have the difference between making the queries yourself and making this through SQL Alchemy. It will make your life a lot easier, alright? So then if you go ahead and see my user class, this is this class is you can imagine it kind of model that are taking my user information, and here I have mobile service and internet service, which is not useful right now because I don't have access for API of services of Uztelecom. So that would be probably needed in the future if I could get access somehow, if they allow it to me to do it. Then this is dbs commands. This is simply class for using these models. So I can get users from that model, I can get add new user, but everything should be here asynchronously. Pino is providing us asynchronously make a request to the database. So when it comes to Aiogram is first of all asynchronous library. So when it comes to Aiogram, you have to choose everything asynchronously, every function, every kind of variable, and even database access should be asynchronously. So you can go ahead and go through these functions. You will understand it easily. I'm just getting some user, adding some user, setting the language of that user, counting the user number. It would be useful for my admin side, how many users I have. I can give it to the admin. Here I'm just getting the how to say, checking that do I have a referral. I mean, by referral I mean services. Here I am getting the mobile service, here I am getting the internet service. So this is one-to-many relationship. One user can have many services, all right? Here I am checking the attachments. If user has the service, I'm gonna send different menu. If user does not have the service, I'm not gonna send the different menu. It would be just a regular menu. So here I'm attaching that mobile and internet services, but these functions are not used in the handlers, because I told you that I don't have access for their API. So here I am binding my database asynchronously again. This is to Postgres. I'm giving my Postgres user and Postgres password and host for this. And here, when I'm creating the database, first of all, I'm dropping all tables in my database, and then creating again all. So when I stop the bot, and I mean here in the server, when I stop the service, when I run the service, every data of users would be lost. So users have to just reload the bot and again attach that services if they want it. Right now we don't have any kind of services, so it's not a big deal. So that's everything about database. Let's go ahead and see what's going on behind the handlers. So here I have 4 categories of handlers in the package. First category is channel, but our bot is not used with channels. Second category is errors. It's coming inside of Aiogram model. I mean, this is just exceptions. So, and then I'm just giving that exceptions to my debug console. When something happens, that debug will print out any kind of problem. So I'm also printing database problems or database executions too. If you go ahead and run this, you will see this. So I have created some kind of table, and there is information in it, something, then committed, and here I start pulling. This information is coming from the Aiogram. So here, if some kind of exception will erase, this exception will be in my debugging log. Alright? So next one is gonna be group. So actually, when I created this bot, everything should when I use this bot was just a user handler. But then after sometimes I just wanted to mess up with my friends and added some kind of functionality in it and added this bot to our friends group in the Telegram. So I find out my friend's ID, and when that friend started messaging, this bot just sending some bunch of funny text to him. So it was just for fun, for irritating the people. But if you want to make this bot for managing your group in the Telegram, you can simply go ahead and read documentation. Aiogram is a very powerful and very great library for making bots. So documentation is quite easy. I just read the documentation and started this bot, and it wasn't so difficult for me. So you can just go ahead and read documentation and make this bot for group managing bot. You can do it. So why not? So here, every big deal is here. Whenever our users is pressing some kind of button and giving some kind of message or giving some kind of command, everything comes here. So first of all, when our user starts the bot, hits the start button, it comes right here. Here, by user ID, I mean Telegram chat ID, I'm checking in the database, do I have this user or not? If I have this user, I'm checking what language they have, Russian or Uzbek. If it's Russian, I'm gonna send Russian menu and Russian text. If it's Uzbek, I'm gonna send Uzbek menu and Uzbek text. It goes according to the which kind of user I have. So then here I assign it back button. Whenever this button comes in any kind of state, I will reset the state. So make sure that you are using a wait for asynchronously working. So it would help you to manage multi-user stuff with asynchronous library, async library. So here, when I am stopping the bot, I am in any state. I'm just deleting the user language storage of some particular user. Alright, let's go ahead and see the menu. Here, after choosing the language, it will come here, right here. Alright, then I will give the right menus which of these they belong. After that, when they choose maybe some kind of package, they will come right here. When they press this one package, they will get the right menus of packages. It will also go according to which language they're using, Russian or Uzbek. Actually, I'm storing that language as a list, so in which you can just give the user ID and they will compare the language, what language they have. So, by the way, I wanted to use in the future Redis for this, so you will not mess up with your memory when you use Redis library. So then maybe when they press SMS package, they will see that is it in the package menu state, and if it's in the package menu state, it will let run this handler. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have in the states. So what's going on actually in the states? So if you come to the states package, you will see a bunch of classes which create states. Actually, I love this feature of Aiogram. It's the best feature they have implemented. This, of course, besides of asynchronously working Telegram, this states provides us to make sure that we have in some kind of position, in some kind of state. Whenever we go and press some kind of button, we want to have some kind of desired output, right? So these states can help us build something incredible, can help us build something very good. All right, so you can go ahead the states and see what's going on there. All right, when you see that it's in the package menu state, it will let you come to this handler, and if it's package again, this one comes this one, and then if it's package internet state, this lets you to come here. If you see here, I am sending reply markup keyboard. It's a keyboard which is located right here. Here it's divided into two categories. I mean, two packages: default keyboard package and inline keyboard package. I don't have very much inline keyboards, but I have a lot default keyboards. So whenever I need the keyboard, I create it right here, and I just import it from there and just send it right here. So it's great when you divide your work into some kind of packages, so you will not mess up with entire function, right? In the handler, it should be very simple and clear. And it can help readability of your code, of course. So everything in every menu, you will see the states. You have to use FSM state context in order to make your bot useful, user friendly. So besides from this, this was pretty much everything about handlers. So it's the same like this. When you go ahead and check these handlers, and you can just play around these handlers, so you can understand actually what's going on. So here I have data. Inside the data, here I'm loading any kind of data from my env file. So if you want to work in a professional Python development system, I don't know what you want to do, you have to work with this kind of stuff. You have to work with Git, you have to work with virtual environment, and you have to create this kind of env. So you will not upload env to the GitHub, so nobody steals your token, and you will upload this just an example of it, so they can use it freely. Besides from that, you can add Git attribute to your Git. So what Git attributes do? For example, if you are doing this, if you are coding in Windows environment and somebody wants to download your clone your code and work on it, if that user, if that, I don't know, subscriber working in Linux environment, it will be problem for him to use your code, because end of line is different, right? So this Git attribute will resolve this problem. So you can just, before committing, it will just change end of line to LF for Linux ending. So it will help you to work your code in a cross-platform. And also, in order to push your any kind of data, I mean photos, MP4s, any kind of this kind of files, you have to first convert it into binary. So this attribute, this Git attribute, will help you to make this. And besides from that, you have to make git ignore file very good for your benefit. So your GitHub account will be very clear and easy to use. So you don't have to upload to GitHub your virtual environment, because people can just create it and just using requirements txt file, import every install every needed packages. So here I have a Docker file, but I haven't set it yet. Docker file you will need this when you want to store it to, to some kind of hosting. If you want that bot works online without your computer. I mean, you cannot use your computer for making for doing just a bot, right? Your computer is not a server, so you have to put this bot into the server. So in order to make your life easier, Docker can help you to install it to your server and modify it to install some needed packages, install set your database and connect with your database. Everything you want to do, you can do it with Docker. So in my data file, I told you guys every message I was storing as a static file. So here I created some messages package, and here according to messages I have some kind of messages right here. I'm just storing it as a big string and sending them to the users whenever it's needed. So for the future work, I would love to make this one disappear. I would love to do this, store this kind of messages to my database, and use Python web scraping techniques to extract data from these links. So it would be very great to have this kind of very dynamic bot. Alright, and here you can implement some kind of filters to your bot, but these filters is useful when you created a graph manager bot. So here I haven't implemented any kind of filters, and here in middleware we have some kind of throwing middleware. This is just the anti-flood mechanism when user gets crazy and presses one button for 150 times. After 150 times, my bot will be bothered and ban this user for making too many requests. After some time, it will be free to use again, but do not mess with my bot. It can get crazy. All right. Language middleware. Actually, I wanted to use this language middleware. I wanted to use locales for languages. So I had some kind of issue with it, and that's why I couldn't use language middleware right here. But I'm just handling it with a bunch of just two of if else's. That's not a problem right now, but in the future maybe I will add this language middleware, so it will decide when it comes to sending message if the user's language is how to say Russian, or the language is Uzbek. It will decide what to send to the user. So actually it's very great stuff if you want to use this. I would prefer to use this one, but after getting some kind of issues, I stopped just using this and use it just brute force mechanism, just the if else. All right. So then what I want to discuss with you, utils. In utils you can create your some kind of database with Redis, maybe admin mechanism you can create right here, and anything else you want to do. And also I wanted to talk about here app. First of all, loader. First of all, when it comes to the loader, it will load needed bot token and parse mode, and it will start our storage, and it will start our dispatcher. As you can see in handlers, wherever I use it, dispatcher, I implemented it like this, so I could be able to use it asynchronously. So this is actually helping me to go through in every kind of handler to handle every handlers, right? Dispatcher is very important thing in our Aiogram bot. So I guess I explained everything, and feel free to use my code. If you have any kind of issue, you can write directly to me. I gave you in my channel, there is my Facebook account, my Instagram account, and my Twitter account. You can tweet to me, or you can just leave your question in the comments, and I will directly answer you, and I will help you to solve that issue if you have some kind of issue with my bot. And feel free to use this bot. It's free of charge, so you don't have to pay anything, and you can just, using this bot, you can create your own logic, your own bot. If you want to make some kind of interactive bot, you can make it, and it's not difficult actually. So thank you for your attention. I will leave in the description below link to my GitHub account. You can feel free to visit this GitHub account and see. You can just clone this repository and go ahead and go through these steps, and I guess you will be actually use this bot for your own. And don't forget to get your own token from bot father, and it's easy. I showed you in the, I guess I can show it again if you want, of course. So oops, I did it. All right, so go ahead and type bot father and start this bot, and just give the command new bot, and it will give you some kind of token, and just set the token in the env file. All right, so I guess this is it. This is everything about my Aiogram replica of Uztelecom bot. Thank you for your attention.